Hi guys, if you have a lot of features in your dataset, you may want to select important features to build a machine learning model. In this video, I'm gonna show how to do feature selection using a real dataset. Let's load the dataset. The dataset I'm gonna using is the wine dataset, which includes the type of wine. You can find the link to this dataset in the description box below. First of all, let's import pandas and numpy. Import pandas as pd, import numpy as np. Next, let's load the dataset with pandas. df equals pd.readcsv. Let me set the name of dataset wine.data. The dataset doesn't include the header. I'm gonna header none. Let's add the names of the columns to this dataset. I'm gonna copy and paste the columns names I prepared before here. You can find the link to the notebook in the description box below. Let's see the first rows of the dataset. df.heat. The dataset has 13 features and 178 wine samples. There are 3 different classes in the dataset indicated by 1, 2 and 3. We can see these classes with the unique method in NumPy. Let's see the classes using this method. np.unique df. Let me select class label. As you can see, the class label has 3 subcategories. Now, let's create the input and output variable in the dataset and convert them to a NumPy array. To do this, I'm gonna use the ilog method in pandas. X equals df.ilog colon, comma. First column is our target variable. To create input variable, I'm gonna select the columns after first column, 1 colon. To convert this variable, I'm gonna use the variable attribute. Remember, scikit-learn likes to work with NumPy arrays. Now, let's create an output variable. I'm gonna use the ilog method again. Y equals df.ilog colon, comma, 0 values. Okay, I assigned the inputs to x and the target variable to y and convert them to the array. The dataset is split into train set and test set. The model is built with the train set and the model is evaluated with the test set. Now, let's split the dataset into train set and test set using train set split function. First, let's import this function from sklearn.model selection import train test split. Let's split the dataset into train and test set using this function. X train, X test, Y train, Y test equals train test split. I'm gonna set input and output variable. For test size parameter, I'm gonna set 0.25. This means that 25% of the dataset will be the test set. To get same data, I'm gonna use random state parameter. Let's say 0. To be a balanced class distribution, let me set stratify y. Okay, we created our train set and test set. To build a good model, I'm gonna use data scaling. To do this, let me import standard scaler class from sklearn.preprocessing import standard scaler. Let's take an example from this class. std scaler equals standard scaler. Let's train the parameters using the training data and transform the training dataset using these parameters. Xtrain std equals std scaler dot fit transform. Let me set xtrain. Now let's transform the test data again using the train parameters. X test std equals std scaler transform xtest. Thus, we have scaled the data. Using the feature selection method, you can find the most important feature in the dataset. With feature selection, you can reduce model complexity and solve the overfitting problem. Thus, the model is better generalized. For selecting features, you can use the random forest algorithm. The random forest algorithm uses random forest of features. This algorithm finds which feature is redundant when performing calculations. Let's use the wine dataset again to demonstrate this. Since our analysis is the classification problem, let's first import the random forest classifier class. Let me set from sklearn.ensemble import random forest classifier. Next, let's take an example from this class. Forest equals random forest classifier. To train a forest with 500 trees, let me set an estimator equals 500. I'm gonna use random state, let's say 1. Okay, we had an example. Let's assign the input features to a variable to use later. Feed labels equals df dot columns square brackets colon 1. Let's build the model using the training data. To do this, let me set forest. I'm gonna use the feed method. X train, Y train. Okay, we built the model. The significant values of the features are stored in the feature importances. Let's assign these values to the importances variable. Importances equals forest dot feature importances. Now let's assign the indices of the features to a variable from the most important to the list. Indices equals np dot arc sort importances square brackets double colon -1. Now let's see the significance of the features. I'm gonna use the for loop for this. For f in range x train shape square brackets 1. Print f string, let me set curly brackets f plus 1, comma, let me set feed labels square brackets indices f, comma, importances indices square bracket f. I got error. Let me fix this error. I just changed it. Let me run this command and I am gonna run this cell. Okay, I solved the problem. On the screen, you can see the significant values of the features in the dataset. The most important feature is the proline, then flavonoids. Okay, I have shown how to do feature selection. There is another method to select features. You can also use the select from model class to select features. When using this class, you can choose the threshold value. To demonstrate this, let's first import the select from model class. From sklearn feature selection import select from model. Let's take an example from this class. Selector equals select from model. I'm gonna set the trained model forest. Next, let's write the threshold value to be used to select the feature. Threshold equals 0.1. Only features that are greater than or equal to this threshold are selected. Let's use the prefit equals true parameter because of trained the forest model before. Let's use the prefit equals true. Using the training data, let's select the features. X underscore selected equals selector transform X train. Wonderful. Features are selected according to a certain threshold value. Let's see these features. Let me copy this for loop and paste it here. Let me change that. I'm gonna set selected. According to a threshold we specified, 5 features were selected. Wonderful. I have shown how to do feature selection. That's it. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon, give me a like and leave me a comment. See you in the next video. Bye for now.